I'm your host, Seriously Focused Johnnie. You are now tuned into Difficult People Chronicles. Today's episode is called It's a Message and it's called Don't Be Surprised. One of the reasons why I called it Don't Be Surprised because I didn't really know what to call this episode. But when the message came to me, I jumped out of bed because I wasn't sleep. I wasn't awake. And the message came clear. And it was the enemies are going to be fighting amongst each other. So, what it is that these people that are your enemy, you see them like as that they're liking each other, like they cool with each other, but they don't even like each other. They pretending they like each other. They actually can't stand each other, but they like each other long enough to do you dirty, if that makes sense. Meaning that they will tolerate each other, they will hang with each other, they will drink and party with each other, they will even walk down the street and hang out with each other just to do you dirty. But the question I ask you is this: what happens when their plan fails? Then they start to separate from each other and scatter because they feeling bad about what they did, and they're trying to clear their name by throwing someone else under the bus, basically. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to turn on each other. They're going to try to throw each other under the bus. They want you to side with them, one of them, or maybe two of them, because it's a group, to go up against the others. You're going to mind your business. Let them work that out. Why? Because the same people that went up against you, they are going to be going at each other's throat. Attack mode. And all you got to do is keep your mouth shut, sit back and watch. Because let me tell you this: one or two or a few are going to come to you with this story. Let the rats fight each other for that one piece of cheese. Let them figure it out. Don't be surprised by what happened, because this is who they are. They not loyal to you, and they not loyal to each other. It was just a game plan that didn't work out, and they thought it would. And you was the whipping boy or the whipping girl. That they thought that they could come up with this plan and scheme, and they win off the sweat of your back. But it didn't work. So now they turning on each other because they trying to clear their God-given name, and they need you to help them. Mind your business. Yep. Let them figure that out. Because you know what's going on? You was minding your business. You was doing you. You met some of those people. You thought that they were cool. You was like, this is a nice group of people I could hang out with, or whatever the situation is. And then before long, you saw their true colors and they turned on you real quick. That color, real quick, went from white to dirty. And that's how they did you. And you lost sleep over that because you couldn't believe that these people would do that to you. But they did. So now their plan is falling apart because everything is unfolding. God is exposing who they are. And he ain't done with them yet. That's why they all gonna fall apart. So now they trying to run for cover, and they want you to provide that cover to make them look good, clear up their God-given name and their character. They need you. You ever hear the saying when people say things like, you gonna need me before it's all over? Yup. They need you. Mind your business. Because if you jump back in that circle and feel and believe the lie, they gonna finish you off. And then you gonna be beating yourself up. Step away from them and find yourself a new set of friends or family. Because it was all a setup from the get-go. Stop asking yourself the question, where did you go wrong? Or did you do something? Or why did this go down the way it did? Stop trying to put the pieces together. It was a setup from the beginning. They already had in mind what they were going to do to you. but they didn't succeed. Take that as a blessing. God was looking out for you. Now mind your business. Because I tell you, when I tell you, they gonna be going through something. And they gonna regret the day they did what they did. They can never bring back that moment that they tried to disrespect and trash your name. They can't. But they need you to forgive them and hang out with them and just make them look good to clear up their name. Keep it moving. You can forgive them from a distance. There's nothing wrong with forgiving them. But be careful, because if you step back in that circle, that's it. You may not get another chance. One of the reasons I'm seeing that these enemies are going to try to come back is because whatever they did is going to be tied to their name and they're going to be destroyed. Where people are going to be like, oh, you know, such and such, oh, trash. Or that person's a liar or a thief, or whatever they did is going to be tied to their name. So they trying to erase that label over their name. That's what I'm seeing. There was something else I saw. What else was it? When they are going through it, they're going to want you to feel sorry for them. So that's it for today. Yeah. The enemies is stupid. They just do so much. they so they try to be so creative and so clever and so stupid. They so stupid. They just do stupidness in the cut. Just stay doing stupidness. And they just keep coming. They just keep coming with their nonsense. Because they messed up. They probably even gonna come back and say, oh, they not your enemy. They just felt some kind of way. And they're going to bring up something that happened. What I'm saying is they're going to bring up something that happened in the past, way back when, that you didn't even think was an issue. And they're going to use that to say that you hurt them or something like that. Or why they felt the way they did and they don't see themselves as... They're basically going to try to say that they don't see themselves as your enemy. But don't believe all that nonsense. Because what they did to you has nothing to do with what happened in the past. Whatever they did to you is a benefit, something that they wanted out of hurting you. It's something that value to them that they wanted off of hurting you. And it didn't work out. Yes, you were hurt, but they still didn't get the benefit. You see what I'm saying? You was in that situation, you got hurt, but that benefit they never got. And the other people didn't get the benefit either. So now they're going to turn against each other. Why? Because they don't really like each other. They can't stand each other. So there's no reason for them to be hanging around each other. That's why they're going to go at each other's throats. Alright, that's it for today. For one-on-one session, hit me up. For suggested topics, email me. What else? Check out the store. Check me out on YouTube. Check me out on Facebook. And for reference, Psalms 91, pray for protection and keep up the fight. Love me more and I love you more. Later.